Hello, everyone. This is Barbara Iris Alsu of Parental World Knowledge. I want to welcome you to do some more watercolor painting. Oh, I'm so glad it went on this time. I think it's finally kicked in where I don't have to push it like 25 times, but it took a little while. But things are much better than yesterday. I had to put 25 times to get it on and 25 times to get it off. And my son never did help me figure out how to get it off. I just saw like it highlighted and then I pushed the enter button. So I figured it out myself to turn it off. Otherwise, it'd still be running from yesterday. Oh, that's insane. You know, it should be simpler, but it's a little complicated using a laptop, but I figured it out. So remember, it has to be highlighted around the start button, and then you hit enter, and it would be highlighted around the stop broadcast, and then you hit enter. So I kept pushing it, and I didn't realize, that I had to hit enter also, because I have a touch screen. So I thought all I had to do was the touch screen, but evidently I have to use the mouse with the touch screen, which, I got the touch screen so I wouldn't have to use the mouse. But it looks like I have to do both on Google Hangouts. I have no idea why. It is crazy. You get the touch screen thinking you're going to use just the touch screen. I never quite liked using a mouse, and if I can have a touch screen, I much prefer that. And my son, that's why he got it. But he wasn't here to ask, and I just had to figure it out myself. And that's it. So at least I got on, at least I got off. And now we're going to start. I hope that you have your canvas material, and I hope you have a line drawing. And if you don't, you can use a live person. It could be a pet. You could use a prop, but please don't copy the prop. And if you're using a computer printout, well, you can paint on top of that, and you could make it, an original painting by submitting that for a juried show. But if you're going to be looking at the screen, for exactly how it looks, you're going to have to vary what you're seeing. I don't believe in infringing on someone else's work. That would be a photographer's work. If you're taking a photograph, and you have to make it different. So use your own feeling and your own design, how to paint that if you're looking at a screen of the picture. That's my puppy, Platinus. What are you eating under there? I hope you're not chewing anything you're not supposed to. Come here, honey. Something you're crunching. Come here, let me see. What are you crunching? Come here. Want to say hello to everybody? You want to say hello? Come on, Platinus. Can't get him out. He just woke up from a nap. Well, at any rate, we're going to be doing now the color pencil. But if you haven't, started, if you're just joining us and haven't started your line drawing, just do the outline. Say like you're doing an apple. We'll just do the circular part, and then your leaves, and then your stem. That's all you have to do, and then paint in the rest. We already completed the painting, and I use a canvas material, and I also have non-toxic watercolor paint from an art supply store. I have liquid white from an art supply store. I have several size brushes. I can pick up the whole thing and show you. You can see there. And I have an artist sponge. And you need the color pencils, which I have a set I got for $19.99. Unbelievable. Online. Look how big. And it has everything in it. It has the non-toxic pencils, and it has markers, it has watercolor paints and even oil prints, everything. So you can get, a set like this, hopefully online. Sometimes you might be lucky in a store, an art supply store, but I have not seen many. So, and I do shop at Jerry's. You can shop online. You don't have a Jerry's near you. And if you're not seeing a sale price, you can ask to get a discount because you are my student from artist Barbara Alsu, Fine Art Studio. And all you have to say is that we're a 501(c) classified organization, and you say you're my student, and you'll be able to get 10% off, as long as it's not a sale item. If it's a sale item, you can't get that 10% additionally, because they have some great sales. You can get maybe sometimes a terrific sale of 60% off. You never know. At Jerry's, they have varied, sales, different things. I can't tell you what's what, maybe even more sometimes. And if you buy in bulk, I know I got a lot of money off. They gave me incredible deals. I bought a lot of these watercolor pads at once, and they gave me a fantastic deal. So go to, like I said, Google Jerry's Artist Outlet, and it's online, and you can also go to a Jerry's store if it's near you. They're in New Jersey. I know they're out of state too, so they're across the country. I don't know if there's a Jerry's near you, but you check it out, and they have wonderful demonstrations that are free. So it's a fantastic place, and I don't get anything to talk about the store, but I'm just saying this because I happen to I'm a customer that likes the store and likes the staff. All right, so now I'm going to be doing the color pencil, and I just charged my phone. So I got to take this out, my computer. All right, it goes dead awfully fast. Now, you can see, I guess I have to move this. I was trying to see if I could hold that up. Usually with my other computer, you could see it, but I don't think you can with this one. So now I got to find the color pencils that match as close as you can. And, it doesn't have to be exact. It's fine if it's a little off, but it needs to be as close as you possibly can for the colors. And like I said, I always do light colors first, then dark. So, I would try to do that. Now, I do have, I recall there was a tan. I have like these are very tan, so it has to be close. That's pretty close. See, so you try to get as close as you can, and you have to go gentle, because if you go hard on the paint, the watercolor paint, you're going to be peeling it off. So you have to be very, very gentle. It's just light strokes. And this will make it 3D. So just go very gentle. All my friends, just want to let you know I did a Snapchat account. I did mention it yesterday in case you didn't hear. And it's under Barbara Alsu and Miraculous Heal. And I hope that you, make a friend with me on there. And you can see the only ones you're going to see how I do the energy scan. I just did one of my puppy because I can do animals and I can do people, of course. Mostly I do people, but I do animals too because I'm an expert with animals. And, I do the energy scan. It's no different, it's just that it's a little more difficult for an animal because they do move, and, it's a little more difficult to get them to participate with you. But other than that, there's no difference. You're praying to God, and God's healing 100%. So that's it. And there's nothing else to it. I just focus in on whatever problem is, and I clear your chakras. And you could see there was a before picture. My puppy just had his shots on. I've been praying right along with him, and he just was like not totally focused and have the energy he usually has. So I did again an energy scan with him. He had 3 shots, and they were major. One was a rabies shot, so they were very major shots that he had to have. So it's been a few days, and he still was not quite himself. So today I could see he finally looked himself. He looked wonderful. He looked very energized. The second picture, the first picture, his eyes were like glaring, just glaring, staring out. And that's not like my puppy. He has very, very exciting, wonderful eyes when he's feeling himself. And the second picture shows that he's himself again. And it is sad because he is always very energetic, and he was not quite himself. It takes, usually when he had his shots before I did the energy scan, it took a week before he felt better from 3 shots all at once. And I wouldn't even give him 3 shots all at once, but my son was going on a paid vacation, and he wouldn't be able to take me over there. And so I didn't want him to wait for one of his, 1 or 2 of his shots. I felt, look, let him get all 3 now, because they were due, soon to be due, and it didn't make sense to wait. Yeah, I just can't see waiting. And I'm so glad that, God is really, really glad that he got his shots. I don't have to worry now. And, thank God he didn't have a bad reaction. The problem is sometimes, you give these shots and they have a bad reaction, the puppies. Look, they're so young, and then, you're giving about a year old, and you're giving these shots, 3 shots. It's rough on them. And so I would recommend only to do 1 or 2 at the most. But like I said, he's going out of the country, and he's going to be gone. And I didn't want to be past one of the shot dates. I always do things always on time. Too important. My puppy's too important to me. He's so wonderful, so loving. He deserves it all. He deserves it all. Everything good. If you have it in your heart to adopt a pet, my suggestion is to go to your local shelter and adopt a pet. Much healthier than if you go to a store in the mall. You know, these pets are unfortunately not always healthy. They're in cages and not cared for, and this makes more sense that you have a healthy one. They have their shots, taken good care of usually in the shelters. I mean, there are exceptions. There are some sick pets, but take your family when you're going there and be sure that the pet is fine emotionally and physically. That it gets along with every family member, especially children. You need to take your family to be sure that pet is okay. Sometimes the vet there is not even aware that maybe something is wrong. It could be a history that they're not aware of. There's abuse from pets, unfortunately, and they might not be aware of something. So always take your family and see how things are. Then I have the best baby. Well, he was on the streets, and yet he is the best baby. He wasn't even a shelter. Poor thing. He was a dog on the street. And I'm just very grateful that he was healthy. He was only 2 pounds, though. He was very small because he wasn't given proper nutrition. 2 months on the street. But he was still a healthy puppy. And a very loving puppy. I would really think he had a very loving mother, and something must have happened. She must have died. She wouldn't let go of this wonderful puppy. She would not. Something seriously was wrong. That's a shame. Truly, truly a shame. Well, I am the luckiest mom to have this little puppy. That's his name. My son named him because it came from, Dominican Republic. They have Spanish bananas, and that's what he named him after. I didn't pick the name, but I got used to it. At first I thought, gee, how can he name after a banana? But he loves Spanish bananas, so he loved him, and so he felt that was a good name. But I wouldn't name usually a pet after a banana. It's a little silly. It's a little silly, but what are you going to do? I have to find a gray. I hope there's a gray. That's as close as I can get. Here's gray. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. That scared you. And I need a nice brown for the eyes, and then I need black. So I hope I have one. Nice brown. Sorry, baby, if it scared you. Could be a little better. This is more like my father's, very warm. A warm brown eye. This is a good color. The weather was gorgeous today in West Orange, New Jersey. It was sunny, it was cool, only 70 degrees most of the day, and just lovely. I took my puppy out a number of times, and then I let him in the backyard. Oh, he was having a ball. If you want to come to our studio, remember, it's free. And we're more than happy to interview anyone. Say you have a high-tech position that you're looking for. We will interview you and stress the good points about what you can do for a company. And I was actually a recruiter from an employment agency. I worked for a whole entire year. And then I worked in the theatrical field with a person from the Film Commission, and I also worked with a producer for a number of years. So I worked with both for years, and I'm well experienced in employment, in hiring and training and interviewing. I definitely did. I even had to do it on TV, national TV. So I'm a very good listener, and I will stress your key points. So please come in 973-736-1637. You can have a fine art lesson, and really it will help inspire you for the work you do, whether you're working already or you're looking for something. We can talk about your company too in a positive way, and get more business for your company. So please give us a call. We're more than happy to have you on our show. Okay, now I'm going to need the gray again. Gray here. And then I'm going to need the black. And I hope I have a nice black. Yes. I like this set because, see, the tip is what indicates what color it is. This whole thing, each pencil looks black, but see where the color you can determine here. So if you get a set like this, you can see the color by the tip part. And again, don't press hard, because you press hard, you're going to be pulling off your paint. Same token, do not clean this with water. If you're going to put this in a frame, make sure you just use a duster, because the water will take the paint off. Even though it's set now, it still will take it off. Now, this is my first portraiture, and you know, this really looks like my late dad. Oh my gosh, I'm looking at it, and I see his face. This is Dan from just memory, and as I last saw him, nice and tan, and he looked wonderful. He didn't have wrinkles. He looked like a much younger man. He was almost, if you haven't heard, 96 years old, and he looked like this. Gorgeous, no wrinkles. He had beautiful skin. Even his body, he didn't have wrinkles on his body. He had beautiful, beautiful skin. Just perfect. And just exquisite man, inside and out. He looked gorgeous, and he acted gorgeous to people. He loved everybody. You could be a stranger. He would be your friend within a minute. He taught me to be that way. And my late mom, you know, they both, my late dad and my late mom, you know, I believe making friends in business, and friends with whoever you go out with. Don't make it a heavy relationship at first. Make it friendship. This is the way things should be. And whatever you do, I always say, a career, make sure that you love it, have passion for it. You know, that you can be friends with people and really enjoy your life. You want it brilliant, and this is, to me, this is the best thing. I mean, I love art. I just love art. So you need to do the things that you really like and love. And I don't care, you know, I know sometimes parents, they say, well, do this, do that. But if you're not happy, you have to tell them. And they have to understand. I mean, you know, of course, we all want our child maybe to be a doctor, a lawyer, or something like that. But if your child wants to be an architect and something in the art field, I was supportive. I said, fine, whatever my son wanted. And that's what he became. And I was 100% supportive. We have to be. You know, he could have been an engineer. At first he wanted to, he says, Mom, I could make more money being an engineer than an architect. And I like both, but I would really like the architecture more. So I said, look, you do the thing you like the most. So he took architecture. So it's a slow start. He's not making the kind of money he should be making as an engineer. But look, that's okay. Money is not that important. It's what you love and like. And that is more important. And then he has time to help people in charity. So our painting is done, layered. And here's my dad, my late dad, Jules Hurwitz. And he passed away in April of 2015. So it's been more than a year, and yet, I miss him terribly. That's why I had to do a portraiture. I never did a portraiture in my entire life. And this is him. This is how he looked. He just was a wonderful, giving person. And he was a veteran, just want to let you know. And he raised funds for the veterans and also for the high school students going to college. And he raised more funds than any other veteran. He was given an award luncheon for all that he did. And I have the plaque, a beautiful plaque they gave him for all that he did. So, this is to my late father. Julius is actually his real name, but he liked to be called Jules. So my late dad, Julius Hurwitz. And, God bless him. He lived almost 96 years and gave to everyone himself. He'd help a neighbor. He'd help a stranger. If he saw you on the street and you needed help, he would stop and help you if you needed it. That's the way he was. So he taught me to be that way, be good, and I'm going to continue being that way as my parents taught me. And now we have some time. I can go in the kitchen. The only thing is I'm going to have to take this down to the kitchen, as I'm upstairs right now, and I'm in my office here. So I'm going to have to go down, and I hope that we don't lose contact as I go down, but I have something that I want to cook for you. It's very easy and fast. It's kamut pasta, and I'm going to put some mango and some turkey in it. And it's just a quick thing, a quick dinner that you can have. It doesn't take that long, and that's what I'm going to have for dinner tonight. So I hope that you like that, and we're going to do that right now. And I don't know if my puppy is coming, but we'll see. We'll see what's happening. But I hope that if you have any leftover turkey, I had fresh turkey, roasted turkey, and I was just checking if anyone contacted me. I like to mention their names. So if you have any, this is fresh. I just baked this turkey. It's nice and soft. I just made it. And it was just last night. So, it's nice and fresh still for today. And then I have a fresh mango. And these are yellow mangoes. They're not the regular mangoes. So I hope that you have that. And it's an organic one. And I use organic turkey. I have organic mangoes. And the pasta is also organic. And, it's the ancient grain, kamut. And I hope that you have that. If you don't, well, you could use something else. But, this is very healthy. It's so much healthier than using regular pasta. But this is delicious together. It's so simple to do. And we're going to go down. And hopefully I don't lose contact with you when I go down with this. Oh, we're losing it. It went off. Well, I'll have to start again. Uh-oh. It's going off. Why is this going off? Oh, sugar. Well, I'll wait till I get downstairs. Oh, sugar, it's still live, but we're not going on. I don't know what's going on with this. I'll try to get it back on. I'm going downstairs to cook. Don't walk on top of me because I got the computer. I lost contact. Oh, sure. It goes back on. Oy, oy, oy. Be quiet. Look, I have to do my show. I have enough problems. Hello again. Here we are. Okay, here we are. We're in the kitchen now. Uh-oh. I think it just went off again. What in the world is going on here? It's going off. Okay. Everybody in the video call. Okay, we're here. We're here in my kitchen. And my puppy is making a lot of noise. So sorry. All right, so I'm going to get now our pasta. I just want to wash my hands because I just had the paint on it. If you want to go in the screen, you could go there. Yeah, by the table there. Excuse me. Now, the kamut pasta would be best, but if you don't have that, like I said, you could use another kind of pasta, but I prefer, obviously, that pasta. And I use the spiral one. Now, it says on here 7 to 10 minutes, so depending on how you like it, you might want to cook it less because once you add the other things, you might want to just do 7 minutes. That's, so you need to boil the water and then put this in. I like to use a porcelain pot. This is so much better. Things don't stick, especially since you're adding the turkey and the mango. I happen to have a porcelain pot. If not, well, you can use a regular one, but, you got to be careful because it's going to stick, possibly. So you have to be adding extra oil when you're cooking. And I really rather not. Although I use avocado oil, and that's so much better. If you use avocado oil, it is such a better oil to use. It's not as heavy. It's not as fattening. It just goes in your system and goes out of your system without clogging up your arteries. So that's what I use. You want to be healthy. You need to use the right things. And fill your pot up because I use purified water. I use a fresh water. I don't use just regular tap water. I'll let my answering service answer it. I would fill up, like 3/4 of the way, because with water, and like I said, use the fresh, I have a filtrated water. Don't use tap water. And then let it boil. And putting salt, I put sea salt in, will help the pasta, whether it be kamut or any kind of pasta, cook better. You won't have to cook quite as long. Like I said, 7 minutes, so you need to put in a good amount. You're making for a few people. I have, this sea salt. This is a natural sea salt, and it's 100% real salt, but it is sea salt. So this is terrific, and it looks so much different than, see, regular salt is just white. It looks like sand. It's just gorgeous. I don't know if you can see the color on the screen here. But if you want your pasta to cook properly, you need salt. Put a good sprinkle, because it's going to be for a few people. And with your pasta, I mean, you go by your package, what it tells you, but I would, it says 7 to 10 minutes, as you can see on mine. So, but you go by your package if you're using something different. You might use spelt, or you might use another kind of pasta. So go by that. But I'm going by the kamut pasta, which says 7 to 10 minutes. So you have to cook by what your pasta says. Now I'm going to use half a box. So depending on the size of your box, and this is 12 ounce, so it would be a 6 ounce box. 6 ounces that we're using. It's already boiled. Might have a very fast, see, with the salt and with my stove, I have power boost. It boils faster than 12 minutes. It's already bubbling. But it's good to have it a full boil. Put it up a little more. Now I wouldn't put a non-porcelain pan up more, because you can start burning the pan, the handles and everything. But this is a better pot. Now, I would cover it with a lid. I have a glass lid that comes to the porcelain pot. Try to always match what your lids are with your pot. This is meant for the porcelain one. And put your timer on. Now it's interesting, my timer is always a minute. Less time, I don't know what it is. So I put it 8 minutes, although I want 7, but I put it 8 minutes. I don't know what happens when you turn this on. I don't know if yours is like that, faulty like this, but there's something wrong with mine. So I just put 8 minutes on it. And if yours is like that, put it 8 minutes. But always time your food. You time your food, you have better food. You don't want to not time your food. All right, now I'm going to look for a nice, I have these beautiful yellow, you see the difference. I'm going to cut a couple of these. Make sure it's ripe. You have to make sure they're ripe. You feel if it's soft enough, and this feels nice and soft. See, these are yellow mangoes. They're just gorgeous. They taste better. They have a better taste to it, a better texture to it, especially if you're going to be putting it with the pasta. And you want to have a better one. You don't want that other one, the one that's like orangey color. it doesn't have the same quality for your pasta. So there's a difference. You might not think there's a difference, but there's a big dramatic difference. When I tasted this, oh my gosh, I was so happy. This is the best mango you can imagine that you can get. So get the yellow mango. And make sure they're not too green. See, these are pretty, they look a little ripe, you know. If it's real green, it never really gets ripe and it's not good. So there has to be, you know, to get it really delicious tasting for your pasta, get one that is ripe. Not too ripe, not too, you know, you don't want black marks all over it. But like this, you know, you could see that this is nice. This is really nice, and this is really nice. So, now I need to rinse them off. No more peeling it. And it's good to have a cutting board. See that this cutting board has something on this. I'm not using it. I don't know what my son got on that cutting board. Something he got on there. I'm not using that. So I'll use the alternative. I usually like to use a cutting board, but it's not clean and I'm not going to start washing this now. And I left it clean, so I don't know what he did. He did something. He dropped something on it. He's taking something out of the cabinet there. He dropped something. Well, I'll use the alternative. I'll use a flat. I'll be right back. I'm just going to use a plate, which I normally don't. I like to use the cutting board, but I'm going to use this because I just don't want to take a chance. I don't know what that is that he got on there. And it was left clean. I just washed it out, and I can't understand what he dropped something. We have so many herbs, and he might have taken something out, and it just went on there, and I'm not using something. Peeler. See a nice peeler. My turkey, as I said, is already cooked, so I just have to put that right in there. And I don't even cut it up, I just put it in there whole. So you need a few pieces at least. We're serving 3 people, so at least 2 mangoes. 2 mangoes, 3 pieces of turkey. And these are not slices, these are pieces. This is how the package comes. It comes in, sort of looks like a veal cutlet the way these are, but this is turkey. These are turkey, fresh from the butcher. And they make it in, it sort of looks like chops, you know. So you need 3 of those, 3 pieces. Each person should have that and then have some of the delicious mango. with the pasta. Oh, and I have also coconut sugar. And I'm going to add some to sweeten up the pasta because I'm not using sauce. I'm just going to have the mango, and I'm going to have the turkey, and I'm going to put a little bit of coconut sugar. And according to what it says for each person, go by your particular bottle, but mine says a tablespoon. So a tablespoon for each person. So I'm going to put 3 tablespoons in. Much better than regular sugar. Because if you're using regular sugar, it's bleached, it's not healthy for you. This is so healthy and it's delicious. If you don't like it real sweet, you could even use less than a tablespoon. But I like it a little sweeter. I'm making it for 3 people, and each person gets a tablespoon. But you could even make it less. If I was giving it to my son, he would want a half a tablespoon as opposed to the full. You go by your package, what it tells you to do. And also your taste, of course. That's done. And now what you have to do to stop this from cooking, you need first to stir it to be sure that it's properly cooked. And then you're going to need to stop it. You're going to need to put cold water. Yeah, that's cooked. So you're going to need that next. So if you don't put the cold water, it's going to continually cook. You don't want it continually cooking. Spill out the hot water. And if you can't do it like I'm doing, I'm an expert at this. I would leave the lid on and pour it out, or you can use a drainer. But I don't usually use the colander. I don't need to. I'm able to do it and not drop them out. And then I would run the water. Like I said, always use the purified. Please use cleanly water. Don't use regular tap water. Just rinse it off enough to get it cooled down to stop cooking until you're ready to put the other ingredients in. Otherwise it gets too soggy. You don't want it soggy. Now, I put my avocado oil, and then I put in, for each person is 3 people, so I'm going to put in 3 tablespoons. Now, if you find that someone in your family doesn't want so much oil, then put a little less, maybe a half a tablespoon. But I, want to have this so that it's not going to be sticking because I'm going to be putting the mango, the turkey in, and I don't want it to stick to the pot. Even with porcelain, it still can. Okay, and this is bought online, so it's so much less money. I had a good savings. So if you want to get your, and it's not in glass, which I prefer. Hi, honey. Okay, take it easy. So it's excellent to buy online. Okay, now we're going to add, we have to add the mango and the turkey. So there's no big deal. I'm going to put that in now, the turkey. Add it in the refrigerator. All right, baby. It's okay. Okay. So this is my turkey. I had it in a casserole dish. Is how I made it. I had it in water. All right, dear. Quiet, please. We're doing it. I don't know. I want to show you what it looks like, the turkey. See, this is like a chop, like a veal cutlet chop. See, this is turkey. That's how I get it from my butcher. So nice, fresh, organic turkey. It comes in these nice chops, and just perfect to put in this. It's not going to be, there's no hardly fat on this. It's very lean and very little bone. It's mostly just turkey. So that's what I'm putting in here. So it's not going to be falling apart with your pasta. 3 pieces. And then I'm going to add the coconut, sugar, and this is my coconut. See? This coconut is all natural. It's nectar. And it's delicious. Coconut Secret. It's raw coconut nectar. And see, it says low glycemic sweetener. So this is great. This is so wonderful. More nutritious than agave. And it's 100% organic. It's vegan. This is fantastic. And it's USDA organic. So make sure you see that. Because if you don't, it's not going to be really organic. Okay, so let's open this. Bring the bottle. I like that it's sealed. Nice and sealed here. You know, this is not something that anyone tampered. Oh, this is so, terrific. Really, really terrific. Not to have regular sugar, what a difference. You're healthier, you lose weight. You don't need to have all that bleached, horrible. It's not good for you. I don't know why this didn't come off. Push this off. There we go. Pushed it out, but it didn't come off. Now I got it off. All right. It has a nice spout too, so I can pour it out and measure it. You want to keep it refrigerated. Okay. We got this in. do is just slice my mango now. It's just about done. Now I have to put the fire back on. You just leave it on until you warm up that turkey. So it's just going to be a little bit of time more. Mine heats up fast. I have a fast pilot here, so mine's several minutes because it's on higher energy. I have it on energy boost. It'll be 5 minutes and that should be ready. By the time I cut this mango. And that's it for your dinner. You just have to put the mango in and serve it right away. It doesn't have to stay in long. You just don't want it, to be cold. Make your pasta cold. Always cut away from you. It's peeling away from me. And always cut away from you. Never cut towards you. Slices. Turn the mango as you're cutting. Make sure you don't have any peels. If you find any more peels after you peeled, just cut them off. It's okay, honey. Probably the mailman. I keep telling you, it's okay. Be quiet. I know you mean well. You're trying to be a good watchdog, but it's okay. There's your mango slices. You can cut the next one. Honey, come on, it's okay. I pray a miraculous healing prayer for everybody in the world. There should be peace, good spirit, good strength, good health. Amen. God heals 100%. I just do the prayer. So if you need the prayer, please say it to God with me. Amen. You don't need it now. You can say it later. And if you visit our site, ParentalWorldKnowledge.com, you can always get 2 miraculous healing prayers each time you visit. And it doesn't mean that you have to have it right now, the prayer. It could be good for any time, because I'm praying every day for anyone that goes on the site. So it doesn't matter when you go. You can go on any time. And I'm praying every single day throughout the day. And I say before I go to sleep to God to please, if anybody is praying to me, say from another country, to please have my prayer go through and help them. Hey, sweetheart. Almost done. He sounds so cute. I love when he makes that little sound. He's answering me. And just mix it through. Turn over the turkey. Make sure it's hot. You know? And that's it. You're done. You're done with your dinner. That's your dinner. Your dinner should be nice. Just one more minute. It should be all done. So it's quick and easy. 30 minutes, you have a dinner. Just want to show you. Didn't put it on a plate yet, but we have to go. So just want you to see. Here it is in the pot. You see it basically. I don't know, I'm getting a shadow of my kitchen light. There you go. So you put it on a nice plate, and you can, give the people a knife to cut up the turkey, or you could cut it up if you want before you serve it. But this is all solid turkey. There's just a tiny little piece of bone and a tiny little piece of skin. There's nothing to it. It's all pure turkey. So that's why I would serve it that way. Otherwise, I wouldn't. I would cut it up prior to putting it in. But it is pure turkey, and it's so delicious when it comes in the chops. So thank you so much. I'm glad that you came to my kitchen. I will be doing more cooking. If you can, on Google Hangouts, tell me what you want us to cook within reason. I've said I'll try to do that. I can't promise, if I have the ingredients, I will. And that's it from there. We'll try to do more cooking. So take care. Have a wonderful night or day, depending on where you are. And please keep tuning in. We're so happy that you tune in and you refer people to us. And Plasma, say goodbye. You want to say goodbye? Come here. Say goodbye to everybody. Say bye. You don't want to come over? All right. Well, he just got up from a nap. Excuse him. And he's a little nervous because he heard people outside. I don't know. I think it was a mailman. But he's not angry at them. He just wants to play with them. That's why he's barking. Alrighty. So take care. Bye now. It's not going to go off though. Oh my gosh. I did the enter and it's not highlighting. Oh boy. Well, I'm going to try to get off. It's not happening.